People risk at the moment is growing exponentially. We're seeing risk, whether it be legal risk, regulatory risk. We're seeing it coming through in things like GDPR, and we're seeing it come through in types of pay fairness. So, for example, gender pay, national minimum wage, holiday pay, all issues that are happening across many territories around the world. And these are real issues that people are pushing as employees, but also that organisations are struggling to keep up with that pace of change.
The key people risks in today's environment at one level are really simple, in that you can't define what all the key people risk issues are. So what we're saying to organisations is you need to have a proper framework to help you think through how you respond to the risk issues. We can only guarantee that risk issues will materialise, but what's absolutely critical is responding at pace in today's environment, as we all know is very fast-paced.
As the environment changes, particularly the use of technology, there are a number of big employee risks that are coming to the fore. One is, for example, the way in which automation will be used on recruitment. So that creates a whole new set of dilemmas for organisations around how they manage that. The discrimination risks, who's programming in that, what are the changes that will come from that. Also, with the way in which people work is changing. People may have multiple jobs. They may work more flexibly, and with that comes demands on those people. So take as an example, people's mental health. If they're working for multiple employers, they're less certain about their kind of provision for employment over a number of years. And also the use of technology, that they can never be away from work. So there are real challenges that employees and employers will face going forwards.
How do organisations respond at pace is probably the critical question that organisations need to face. What's most critical in that regard is getting organisations to look at it in a more systemic and joined up way, not tackling it as an HR problem or not tackling it as a risk function problem or a compliance function problem. Organisations need to get much better at working across the functions and across the businesses to respond to risk issues as they materialise.
In order to guard against these risks moving forward, organisations really need to work closely together. So your HR teams, your risk teams and your legal teams all working closely on these challenges as the years move forward.
If I could take one big issue that I think organisations are going to face in 2030, I would take the issue around talent. Not talent in its traditional way of looking at succession planning, but talent through the perspective of how do organisations better collaborate with third parties through joint ventures to bring people into organisations at pace, taking into account regulatory and legal issues to solve important problems.